It is one of the most iconic and powerful photos to ever emerge from war, one that became known simply as Napalm Girl. It was taken by Associated Press photographer Nick Oot, who captured the moment on June 8, 1972, before quickly putting down his camera, scooping up the 9-year-old girl, and taking her to hospital. Our next guest was there as well. She is the girl in that photograph. Her name is Phuc Phan Thi. She is now telling her story of what happened that day, that image, and what has happened in her life since. It is called Fire Road, and Phuc is with us here this morning. Such an honor to have you here. Thanks for being with us.
Good morning, Marianne.
I look at that picture, and I can't believe you're sitting here across from me. When you see that image now, how do you feel?
I feel so sad that what happened to me, but the same thing, I'm so proud of that picture.
Why are you so proud?
Because I can work with it for peace when I became a mother. I hold my baby, and I'm just thinking about my picture. I never let the same thing happen to my child. And so that is, I say, okay, now I have to work for that, and this is my choice.
Take us back to that day. You're a 9-year-old girl. In the book, you describe in very acute detail what it was like, how hot you were feeling. And a reporter who was there and saw that came, gave you a sip of water, and then poured water over your head. And neither of you knew it at the time, but that was the wrong thing to do.
Exactly.
Why?
Because I passed out. But I count the blessing that the moment I was in a terrified and so painful, and then I passed out, it means I didn't know anything, and that has helped me to get along. If I'm in pain so much, maybe that is not good, but
Right.
the moment I pass out and I didn't know anything.
And it was the combination of the water and the napalm that had
Yes.
such a devastating effect.
It's me and cook more.
It did. It made you burn more.
Yes.
So the photographer who took that photograph, he did not stand idly by. He put down his camera, he picks you up, he brings you to the hospital. They assumed you were going to die and put you as a 9-year-old child in the morgue.
Yes.
You call that, his name is Mr. Oot, but you call him Uncle Oot.
Uncle
What's your
Oot.
relationship with him like now?
I'm really thankful for his action. He did extra mile. It means like he saved my life, and we are so close.
You're still in relationship.
Yes, I call him Uncle Oot, and he called me all the time. And we went so many events together, and he's my hero.
You're forever linked by that photo and by that moment.
Yes, for sure.
Your mom and dad came, and they were the ones who took you out of the morgue when they realized that you were alive.
Yes.
What happened next to you?
Wow. So this is not coincidence. I believe that is a miracle happened in that moment. My father arrived and met his old friends who work with that. And of course, I learned from Chris Queen. He working on, like when he visited and working all together, I learned from different stories. Eventually, they had transferred me to another like the Basque Burn Clinic, and where I got the treatment, and I spent 14 months in that clinic, and I went through 16 operations in that time, and the last operation I got it in 1984. I got like 17 operations to do that. And I'm so amazed, and I'm so happy and thankful that all the treatment I went through, and like my doctors, my nurses, the people is so wonderful. But the most is thing that I learned, I'm so thankful that to be alive.
Yeah.
Because all the operation, all the medication that I needed, but the thing is, my heart was in trouble. And too many stories come up after I went back to the village, and I was really, low self-esteem, trauma, nightmare. I have to deal with that. This is the beginning of my life, and so I'm just thank God that He healed my heart, and I just move on. And have peace and joy in my life. That is a miracle.
And that message rings through so clearly in your book. I wish we had more time, Kim Phuc, this morning, but thank you for coming in,
Thank you.
sharing your story with us. And a reminder, the book is called Fire Road.